Hi guys, welcome to a new episode on this channel. Today we'll be talking about Lincoln, a photobiography. Now for the first 6 chapters, we've been talking about that for weeks now. And today we'll be talking about the 7th chapter, the final chapter of Lincoln, a photobiography. Now I present you the last chapter. Now this last chapter is about who is dead in the White House. And this is a few days, it starts for a few days right after the end of the Civil War. Now Lincoln is right here, and yeah, there's a lot to be sent here. Yeah, and why I'm saying the sent here is because there were loads and loads of assassination plots and stuff here. Now, as we haven't discussed this before, but as soon as Lincoln was elected as the President of the United States of America, he already had some assassination letters since then, and he's been getting since then. Yeah, I'm not kidding. And because of that, he said, just brush them off. And he put all those things in a big bulging envelope called assassination. And he labeled it himself. Later, Lincoln once said that he once had a dream that Lincoln was inside the White House. He heard crying and crying. He went to room but couldn't find anybody there. And then when he got to the east room of the White House, he found a corpse right beside him. And he asked a soldier who was defending the corpse and also the other crowdspeople, who is that corpse and who was dead? And that soldier said, the president is dead. And and then right at that time, like a signal, all the crowd mourned the death. Then that's what awakened Abraham Lincoln. He couldn't sleep no more. Couldn't sleep anymore. And well, just to be sure, he didn't sleep for the rest of the night, so he skipped a lot of sleep. Then later on April 14th, 1865, that was a pretty good Friday. Lee had surrendered just 5 days earlier, and Lincoln was like, yeah, let's spend the rest of the day and relax my day. Like that. But however, Lincoln had more big plans. He decided to go, and he was pretty very excited about the schedule that was going on today. And then since this was a few days later after the war ended, Lincoln wanted a little word with Mary. Yes. They talked to each other and talked about the upcoming future. And they said that after the war, they should embrace the future and get more lively thoughts about the future. And they decided to do just that. First of all, they went to the comedy play. Now, the comedy play was named Our American Cousin, and it was starring one of the greatest actors in the whole time, called Laura Keene. And that actor was pretty good at acting, and it was a comedy. Lincoln seemed to be enjoying it, and he laughed heartily and looked at his wife time to time to whisper some things about her to her. Then the bodyguard that was supposed to protect Lincoln left his post to watch the play. Then right as the audience laughed, the door swung open. Then a shadowy figure stepped out, and he shot the president. A soldier, the bodyguard who was sitting next to Lincoln, was like, huh, who's that guy? And he lunged to that shadowy figure, but that guy also had a knife. So that guy cut the skin off of that general to the bone. And it was like, yow! And then that shadowy figure jumped out of the balcony, and everybody recognized him as John Wilkes Booth. John Wilkes Booth. By the way, this is the scene of what it looked like, the assassination of Abraham Lincoln. Then everybody recognized him like this. John Wilkes Booth. This is John Wilkes Booth. And then he said the famous words, he said the famous words, Sic semper tyrannis, which means there are always to be tyrants, which is Latin. By the way, Latin. Yes, Latin. However, when he jumped out of the balcony, which was 12 feet high, John Wilkes Booth broke his leg, so he had to hop to his horse, and he rode his horse out into Virginia. 12 days later, he would be shot by some soldiers. Not captured, shot in a barn, Virginian barn. Then later, people found out that there was an assassination plot against other governors, and they stopped the assassination plot. Then everybody's like, "Hey, must be a string of series that will take this city away. We're never gonna get another assassination happen again," and that's exactly what happened. Then later, Lincoln died. Lincoln died on April 15th, 7:22 a.m. And then on May 2nd, his corpse was sent onto a train left on Chicago, and he went there. At 9 a.m., he approached Springfield, his original place and his last place that he will be buried, and his resting place. And this was what a lot of people thought about Lincoln, and this is what they done for Lincoln. Their love for Lincoln. And there were lots and lots of processions. A lot of people loved him, that they followed him and looked at the open coffin from time to time. Went like that. And then I just want to say a few words. Lincoln was not good, not bad, but just medium. He was any of those things. He might be said good for some people, he might be said bad for some people, but he will always be a hero in U.S. history, and you can't deny that. He did many great things in his life to succeed his goal, and he succeeded it, except the assassination. The end. Bye guys. Peace.